Welcome to Get Sports Focus. This is the Girls Flag Football Show. It is Friday, and this is going to be a mix of a lot of things. We're going to do some look backs from last season, some projections, some interviews. Definitely have a few girls flag related individuals that are going to be on the show. We're going to try to keep it to an hour, no more, no less. But then again, everything is online, and you guys can just skip through or watch the whole thing or watch the little sections of it. But this show, we want to put this on mainly to have something consistent for girls flag. To be able to give recognition to the teams that deserve it, to the individual athlete that deserve the attention. If there's anything major going on, we want to make sure that, we mention it here. So this is kind of like, we need your participation for the show, all right? And we're gonna do our best to make it work all throughout the season. I know when the girls start playing, it's gonna get a little crazy, but right now we're gearing up for that. And for this particular show, I have 4 to 5 individuals that we're gonna talk to, and also went to a couple of practices, a couple of tryouts. I know there's a lot of tryouts going on this week, and we're gonna show some stuff. All right, show some stuff. But I'm waiting for my next guest, my first guest to log on, and she is from San Francisco, and I'm very excited to learn about her story so far. I believe she is a junior, but I'll you guys will meet her in just a bit. If you are a business or somebody who's capable of sponsoring this particular show, please hit us up. Let me know. We are looking for sponsors for the show, because I have a feeling that this is going to be we're going to get a lot of attention, positive attention, and we're not going to be able to do it on our own. So we're going to need some help. So if you're interested in getting involved, please let me know. If you're a student, you want to be an intern, please let me know. If you're an adult and you want to be part of it too, some way, somehow, please let us know. DM at GetSportsFocus. More importantly, just follow along, subscribe, and support the channel so that we could do a better job for you guys. All right? So I'm going to admit our first guest. See what I mean? It's going off right now.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Mata Masoli.
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because some people might say it Mata,
I
like
know.
like
It's
meta.
yeah. I'm used to it. It's fine. But
Okay,
you got it right on the first try. So great
Ma
job.
Mata Masoli. She is from Riordan, people. Coach Jason sent me your contact. I say, hey, I need a representative from the Riordan Crusaders. Coach Jason was our GSF All-Star coach last year,
Hmm.
and yeah, I keep in contact. I kept in contact. I've known him for a while, but hey, I'm just wondering, Masoli, are you related to Jeremiah and Zach?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Brother, sister, cousin.
They're my cousins. Our dads are brothers.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so it's in the blood. This girl's a baller. I can already tell. Um, hey, so thank you for being part of this. You are on the Get Sports Focus Girls Flag Show, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
I
for
don't know.
inviting.
What was that?
Thank you for inviting me to be
No
here.
problem. No, it's you were recommended, and I was like, yeah, we gotta get her on, and you're the first guest for this show. So we're gonna talk girls flag, but more importantly, we want to talk about you, and what you've been doing, what you've been up to. So this is kind of like your mini feature. You get to tell a little bit about your story, and talk about girls flag and how you're maximizing the opportunity. So I'm gonna have you introduce yourself to start with and tell us about you.
Okay, yeah. My name is Masoli. I'm 17 years old right now. I'm a senior that goes to Archbishop Riordan. I play cornerback and safety. I've been playing since 2024, and right now I'm just getting the as much exposure and practice as I can get during the summer. and I'm really just putting on for my school, my community, and all the girls in flag football.
Nice. I'm curious to know. So Riordan introduced the girls to be part of the school not too long ago. When did that happen?
I want to say maybe during COVID or a little bit after COVID. I'm not too
Okay.
sure.
So you've been there this whole entire time, like from
Yeah.
freshman.
Yes.
Nice. And I've been to Riordan. It's a small school. Looks very historic. I did like a summer thing where I taught like video production. It was
Mm.
fun. It was with little kids. But what is it like to be a Riordan Crusader female athlete, student athlete over there?
I think it's really different being a female student athlete. You kind of have to put on because there's not so many female sports there right now. They just brought in flag football. I think they tried to bring in softball for a minute. So it's like when you have a new sport coming into the school and it's a new female sport, there's not a lot of females. Well, now there is now, but at the time there wasn't. You kind of just you have to try and put it on for them.
Nice. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the students have brothers that went through Riordan or parents. That's probably one of the connections, right?
Yeah.
I see. So talk about your sporting career. When did you get started? What was the first sport you played? And yeah, kind of like your athletic background.
Yeah, I kind of played basketball a little bit during elementary and middle school. It wasn't really for me when I got into high school. I kind of thought sports was over for me. And then one of the coaches at Riordan were like, you should try out for girls like football. It's a new sport. Maybe you'll like it. So, um, Coach Morris started doing spring training in 2024. Then we went to the summer workouts, and then he would host tryouts for the 2024 fall season. And it's funny because I actually made it as a practice player. I was like discouraged, and they were like, "Hey, why aren't you coming to practice? Like, we want you there." And I guess just like past experience with bad coaches and negative teammates is kind of like makes you stuck in that mindset. Like,
Mm.
I shouldn't go. But, Coach Morris, my defensive coach, Coach Lee, and all my teammates at the time, they're like, no, we want you to be here. We see you. So it was very encouraging. I got a starting position really soon, and then I had a minor injury. I fractured my finger pulling a
Oh,
flag. It's crazy. But, yeah, and they just really kept all that support for me. So now, me being a senior, all my senior leaders left. So now it's kind of time for me to step up and put it on for the younger girls.
nice. I love what you just talked about there. So a lot of times I talk to student athletes and everything is positive. We love highlighting the positive. But you mentioned something there about bad coaching and all that stuff. Um, I'm sure you're not the only one that experienced that. So in the sports that is it flag football or is it just like sports in general?
Sports in general, when I was starting, before I even got into flag football, it was just kind of hard for me to comprehend. I just had this major assumption that all sports involves like major yelling and just such aggressiveness.
Mm.
And I mean, yeah, it is there sometimes, but it's not there all the time. Like I didn't get to see the whole athletic experience until I started flag football at Riordan.
Wow. Okay. So one of the girls that I talked to yesterday, she's from Freedom. When I asked her, what do you think we should do to improve the sport? And one of the things she talked about was development because she didn't feel like she experienced that in the past, in the early years of her playing sports. So it sounds like, that's kind of like part of it. Because hey, there's some coaches out there, you guys yell too much. You don't
Yeah,
do enough coaching, especially in the youth level, right? It's like guys want to win the Super Bowl or something, and they
yeah,
forget that this is the age where you're supposed to teach.
yeah.
So thank you for saying that. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked her. How long have you been playing flag football?
Since 2024, so that's 2 years now.
Couple years. That's long enough. Um, as a senior,
Mhm.
uh, what would you like to improve, change? Any suggestion that you have for the sport to be better?
I think I want to improve being humble, like it's okay to acknowledge your mistakes, to make it. It's okay to come practice every day wanting to learn more, knowing that you still have a lot to more. You have a lot more to learn. It's not like you're just an athlete, like I can do this, I can do that. You're always going to have something that you can improve on. And I think that needs to be more normalized.
Yeah, because it's still a new sport. And also the adults that are involved in it, they're also learning. Because football players when they're dealing with dudes, like yeah, a lot of times you gotta deal with female athletes a little bit different. I think I have a daughter, and I deal with her different versus my three boys.
Yeah.
So it's like a communication thing, but that's a whole different podcast. Um, talk about your academics. I mean, really, I was talking to Ty Jones earlier this week, and and we're getting a lot of Riordan people here. That's cool. And he talked about the academics as a football player, as a flag football player, female athlete. What's the academics like for you at Riordan?
I'd say so when I first started, I wasn't doing any sports, so academic was like my number one. It still is, of course, but now balancing many things and like extracurriculars, activities, you really just gotta prioritize the academics. I wouldn't say, I don't know how to explain it because it's weird. We have like a semester thing going, 4 classes.
Mm.
And it may seem shorter, but it's like you're learning, I think, twice as more in one day. So it's still as challenging and you're still developing in other activities outside of school.
It sounded like yeah, the way he described it, it's kind of like college ready.
Yes.
Yeah. So so you're gonna be a senior. Well, you're a senior now. It's already season.
Yeah.
What are your interests? What are the subjects that you excel at, and what are you looking forward to as far as career beyond athletics?
Yeah, I'm really interested in literature and history. I'm a like major storyteller. I like hearing about other people's experiences and cultures and such things. And yeah, I think when going to college, I'm not really sure yet, but I'm really interested in like history, literature, art, all that. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. What made you interested in that?
I think just being around my family, there's not a lot of Pacific Islander history going on in school. And my family, they just try to prioritize surrounding us in there. So me just learning about my family at home, I try to bring that to school, and then I try to learn about other people's heritage and like past and yeah.
Um, Polynesian, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing to see the Bay Area. I feel like the Bay Area is like where there's a lot of Polynesian. Sometimes I, I'm not Polynesian, I'm Filipino, but we're kind of close.
Cousins almost.
We're
I would say
cousins. Yes.
cousins.
Yes. One of the coaches just texted me last night, right? And he said, I'll see you tomorrow, Oos. And I was like, he called me Oos. I
Yeah.
felt so honored. No, but it's cool. There's a lot of like the Polynesians here in the Bay Area. I mean, there's the presence is there. What is it with Polynesians and football? It's like
I I
it
couldn't
seems
tell
like
you.
it's the sport.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Because I was thinking like I'm a wrestler. I always recommend wrestling to
Mhm.
athletes, especially football players. If you are a football player, wrestling can help you. But I see all these big, massive dudes. Like, man, you would be like an NCAA heavyweight champ if you were to do wrestling.
Mhm.
But I haven't gotten the real answer yet. I know rugby's big. Did you play rugby?
Yeah, rugby's big for the Polynesian community. I don't do rugby, but a lot of my cousins play rugby.
What do you think of the sport? Is it run it?
Oh yes, run it.
I love her reaction. She says, "Oh yes."
No, yeah, it's a really
Is that a Polynesian thing? Did that
it's a New Zealand thing.
New Zealand? Okay.
Yeah.
What is the difference? I gotta ask.
I think it's just head on and it's just one-on-one like
No, but I mean,
I
like
mean
New Zealand and Polynesian, is it connected?
Oh, yes. So, New Zealand is in the Pacific Ocean, so it's part of Polynesia. And New Zealand is also known as Aotearoa, and like where the original Maori people are from. So, yeah.
I see. Hey, we're learning history here from Mada here. She's gonna educate us. I know this question's been asked. Samoa and Tongan. What's
I'm
the
sorry.
diff? You're,
The difference.
but yeah,
Um, Samoa's one island, Tonga's another island. They do have similar language distincts, like we have similar numbers and like phrases. Um, but yeah, we all have our different like customs with heritage, like food, all that.
is it always a bad thing to kind of like mix up the two?
I mean, I mean, of course, it's like if someone were to be like think like assuming you're Chinese and like you're Filipino. Like
Yes,
it's kind of
exactly. Thank
yeah,
you.
it's
Okay,
like
so it's
that,
why
but
it's
it's
like
like
that.
yeah, but I wouldn't blame people on the spot because it's not like a lot of Pacific Islands are known yet, but it's like sometimes it's a little hurtful. But like I don't mind correcting you.
Yeah, no, I made a mistake in the past. I'm guilty. And so I try to just be neutral coming into it. And then as I get to know somebody, it's like I kind of figure it out like based
Yeah.
on um some of the things that we start talking about. So it's pretty cool. I'm a big rugby fan too. I mean I'm a rugby fan, and one of the things that I love seeing is the All Blacks, like when they do their haka, and it is that something that we're gonna see in the future with because I know there's a lot of Polynesians at Riordan, but I'm always curious. Like there was a point in time covering high school sports where the haka was like the thing. San Leandro, Menlo, Sarah did it.
Mhm.
Um, Pittsburgh, I would say, Ignatia Valley. These are like a few years back, but for some
Yeah.
reason, kind of disappeared a little bit. Some teams still do it,
Mhm.
but can, is that something you could discuss? Like, what does the haka mean?
Yeah, well, for me, knowing it, it's like the Haka, from what I know, I think the Haka originates from New Zealand and Hawaii. I don't see too much of Samoan. Samoan, it's more like slapping on the chest and the legs and chanting. And it's kind of different from a haka. Like I can't really articulate on that, but there was one time last year where I was at the football boys for Riordan, their senior night, and I really thought that they were gonna do a haka for Coach Adir, but they didn't do it. They
Oh,
were, they
you
were
know what?
like crowding. It looked like they were about to do it. I was like, oh.
That's actually a feature that I want to do one of these days. I want to do a feature on the haka and kind of like do like an actual breakdown and history of it. If you want to
Hmm.
help me, somebody out there, if you want to help me, like let me know.
Yeah.
No, this is cool. Going back to flag though. What do you think about the explosion in the off season? How much did you do this off season to help your game as a senior now?
Yeah, so the off season I played club flag football for Stag Elite, Lady Stags.
Oh,
It was a very
wait,
long season.
were you guys at our tournament? In
Yes,
San
the first one in I think was it San Jose?
Yes, at Oak
In
Grove.
February?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We have footage of you then. We probably met
Ye- Probably.
with Coach Alapati, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So yeah, it seems like this off season in particular, everything just went.
Yeah,
And now we're
basically.
getting. So talk about just the experience of that. I don't know how many tournaments you guys did. Did you go to any camps, showcases, and all that?
Yeah, so our season with Lady Stags, it was very long. It was I think we started practicing in January and then GSF was the first tournament that we had and then that was in February, so then we went all the way up until I want to say last weeks of May, first weeks of June. That's how long we were playing
Wow.
tournament style. And It was fun. We got a lot of exposure. We played for the Boys and Girls Club League. That was really fun. And then when the summer came up, I went to 3 camps.
How did you do?
I think I did really good. Yeah.
Got a lot of looks.
Yeah, got a lot of work and exposure, all that.
I'm curious to know, how tall are you?
I
And
would
what
say,
what do you play? What position?
yeah, I play cornerback and safety, and I'd say I'm around 5'6".
Okay. From what I remember from the tournament, you guys have a lot of girls, number one, a lot of players. And there was a really, really tall girl that was just like,
Yeah, that's my other safety. We like to play two coverage safety. That's Chuba, her name's Salora Kese.
okay. I
Yeah.
think I think one of our guys uploaded a clip of her like just having the ball over somebody's
Yeah.
head.
Yeah, she's a baller.
That was crazy. So future wise, is flag something that you want to pursue at the college level? Have you gotten any interest from any coaches? Where are you at with the recruiting process?
I do have one offer from Cedar Crest. I talk to Coach Paul a lot. He likes to check in, and I always like appreciate talking to him. He makes it sound like he's really excited if I were to be there, but I'm just really unsure with the whole college process going on, which offers more scholarships and such that, and what their school has to offer for me. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Nice. Well, you're a senior now. You're probably gonna get a lot more attention as the season goes. Got a lot of competition. Talk about your schedule. Like, what do you know your schedule yet for this season? Like, what are you excited about? Who are the teams that you're excited to play?
I think I'm really excited to play the schools in the Bay Area. That's always like a fun competition. It's like Riordan has their slogan, "Who runs the city?" I think all the Bay Area private schools hate that. But yeah, I have a lot of friends over there too, so I'm just excited to play against them.
Hey, it is what it is. Riordan ran the city last year. And now you guys got to continue on the tradition. Anything else you want to touch up on as far as girls flag and you like, this is for us to put a spotlight on the athletes and you were highly recommended. And if you're a coach watching this, there's a reason why she's here. And reach out to her, get to know her. Hopefully this short little talk is enough for you guys to contact her and get to know her a little bit more. She's smart. She's a baller. She's from Riordan. What else do you do other than sports? Any other interest?
Yeah, I'm vice president, I guess, of the Pacifica Club at our school. I just try to put on for our Pacific Islander community. So we do like performances annually. We have meetings and we just check up on each other. So I'm just really putting on for, my PI community, but I think this year I'm open to joining new clubs and just, you know, being more open in new spaces.
I love that. So you guys are encouraged to be involved in other things other than
Mhm.
sports and school. So that makes the experience a lot more productive, I guess. And you get to learn new things. So also leader. There you go. She's a leader. Who do you want to give a shout out to?
I would like to give a shout out to my coaches, of course, Coach Morris and Coach Lee. Thank you, Coach Morris, for the suggestions. And I think I just want to give another shout out to my other safety, Laura Kessa. She's an amazing player, and we play with each other on Staggerly, and she's transferring to Riordan now. So I can't wait to play school season with her.
Nice. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my parents and my family, of course, and all my younger sisters.
Nice. Do you have a big family? Like, are you the oldest? Do
Yeah.
you have like do you have other athletes in the family?
Yeah, so I'm the oldest of, so including me, it's 4 girls, so I'm the oldest of 3 younger girls. And they all played for Stag Elite at some point, but now my um younger sister after me, she's 11 years old right now, and she's really into flag football. I wish I was playing flag football at her age, so I could have got more knowledge, but it's all good. I'm just excited that I could teach her and train her as much as I can.
I was gonna say my last question would be, what kind of legacy do you want to leave at Riordan? Big year ahead. You know, you got the flag football, you got your other things going on, but as a senior, what legacy you want to leave?
Yeah, I think with my journey, with this whole flag football thing, I just want to leave encouragement, support. You know, I don't want my girls to ever give up on anything, regardless if it's with flag football or outside of flag football. I just don't want them to ever be discouraged, have confidence in everything that they do, and just continue to be healthy and ha secure like a good well-being.
Nice. I almost forgot to ask you this. So right behind me, this is our girls' flag banner for our All-Star game. So these are for seniors at the end of the year. We're gonna do our third one coming up at the end of the year. You're smart. You're smart. You're baller. The qualifications is a 3.0 GPA and above, and you have to be a starter. So you're definitely invited to participate in this. Your coach is our All-Star coach, so that's an easy draft right there. But down here, this yellow message right here, anti-bullying and suicide prevention. That is the message that we play for. I've been asking teens your age about mental health, anti-bullying, suicide prevention, that subject. And before I let you go, I want to get your thoughts on that subject. If you want to share anything that you experienced in the past, seen somebody, what would you say as far as like how can we prevent things from happening? If you have suggestions like that, but talk about mental health and kind of like your experience as a young lady.
Yeah, so this is a very important topic, and I think I'm glad that like you with this platform in athletics bringing it up. It's very important because um, athletes just as much kind of have a negative mindset sometimes. They don't have nowhere to go, and so do people outside of athletics. It's just kind of for everybody. Everybody goes through their own things. Some people hold it in, some people can express it. Everyone's different. I think it's just important for us to kind of acknowledge our feelings in a safe way without harming other people, but it's also important for us to acknowledge each other, you know? So I think that's the biggest part, just being a little more open-minded.
Very nice. I'm glad. Thank you for sharing your thoughts on that. And man, this year's gonna fly by. It's gonna be fast. Before you know it, you're gonna be walking in some arrangement with flowers and with your parents, and it'll be senior day, and you're probably gonna cry and all that stuff. And hey, who knows? Maybe you guys will be in the CCS championship at the end of the season as well. That's everybody's goal. But no, I'm glad that we got to do this. Feel free to check in during the season. So we're gonna be doing this like every Friday. Well, it's kind of like every week because we have to take stuff from the week and put it together for Friday. So it's it's gonna be a work in progress all season. But this is great. I love hearing the stories and talking to student athletes like you. So keep doing your thing. I feel confident that you're gonna get some really positive looks from colleges, and you have really good coaches. You go to a great school, and your background. She's got the blood. She's it's in the blood. So, anything else that you want to say before we end this?
No, I think I'm good. I was really excited to be here, and I'm really thankful that you got to invite me.
Yeah, we'll see each other soon.
Right leg up, 1,000. 1,000.
We got tryouts right here. We've got about 60 girls out here today. Terrific show out for our first day. Really excited to be here.
First ever season for Mitty flag football.
Hi, my name's Avery Mahara. I played basketball, now currently all involved in flag football.
Hey, dig deep right now. We're gonna be going 6 back, 18 back, half field back, 18 back on the other side.
Let's go!
6 back on the other side.
I'm a soccer player and I've been doing the summer workouts all summer. I've been doing these type of workouts for a while. I know how to pace myself. Come on, Rio, let's go! I think it's great. The energy's good. Everyone's having fun, I think.
They're coming from the side, and I'm tracking down this way. Hit, rip.
Defensively, I'm looking for effort, not giving up on the play, continuing through everything, pulling the flag. Are you listening to feedback?
I'm Ella Clavin and I'm a junior.
What other sports do you play?
Soccer.
Just soccer?
Soccer and flag, yeah.
Gotcha.
I love football and I just really wanted to come and play.
Defense, hey, perfect. Perfect defense.
This is great. The practice plan was amazing. Like, I never expected to have flag football be like this.
And there's a lot of talent out here. I think that everybody's focused, everybody's committed.
Go at them with a target, okay? Go get them. We win every contested ball. We win every ball.
It's about just understanding and then discipline. Discipline is going to be huge on defense.
This is a new sport, so there's so many different levels of girls coming out.
Good defense, Ella.
I just learned that everyone's at their own level, it's good to see that there's girls coming from all different sports.
Remember, best kept secrets aren't put out yet.
I checked out St. Francis. They won the Division I championship, CCS championship last year. They have a really strong team coming back, and Coach Nancy, she is one of the she's one of the leaders when it comes to girls flag here in the Bay Area. Highly recommended by everybody for me to reach out to and talk about girls flag. So I found out that she is now the coach at St. Francis. So I reached out and I checked out practice. I believe this was their last day of tryouts. So we were able to catch the last half of practice. And I talked to several of the girls afterwards, along with Coach Nancy. So check it out.
So we'll split 3 quarterbacks here and 3 quarterbacks here.
Last year we won CCS in Division I, and I feel like a lot of people underestimate ourselves, and even we were kind of underestimating us too, and we didn't really expect to go that far because we had kind of a rocky start to our season and our preseason.
What I think was most important is that we never gave up, and we just kept going and going and trying and practicing hard. And I think the amount of work that we put in and the hours that we spent out on the field really helped us improve and get to where we did in this season.
By the end, when we got to that championship, we all wanted it, and we were all one unit, one family that was working to win. And now, coming to this season, that gives us something. We have something to prove and something to protect.
There's a lot more competition. We definitely have some competition that we need to get back from last season. I think we're way more prepared for the competition this year. I think with the new coaching and just the new team connection that we're going to be way more prepared going into this fall season. And definitely more schools have teams this year. It's bigger leagues, definitely more competition, but I think we can handle it. I'm just looking forward to how much it's growing. I think it's really cool to see, and I think there's so much talent. I would love to play in college. I know there's a lot of schools going D1. I just think it's such a fun sport. It's such a fun community, and especially it's going to be in the Olympics soon, and it's just such a fun, a rising sport to play, and I'm really glad that I get to be a part of it, and it's early stages, so I can see it grow.
I live by we over me, all right? It's a team thing. We win as a team, we lose as a team.
I love our new coaches, Nancy. It's been so fun to get to know her over the summer. She's so knowledgeable. And she's very personable. She gets to know you on a deeper level than just flag football, which I really like. And then Coach Danny, we just met him the other day, but I can already tell that he's a great coach, and they both play themselves.
Which is really nice to have coaches that understand how to play the sport and that have actually experienced it themselves.
It's pretty incredible. I don't know any other schools that do that. You guys are very fortunate. Thank you guys for all the energy and effort.
The goal is to win, and the goal is to still remain CCS champs, but the culture I'm trying to build here is something more than just championships, right? Like a sisterhood, and making the girls realize that character matters, right? Outside of being a good athlete, how you present yourself on and off the field, who you are as a student, how you are at home to your parents, how you treat other people, right? And I live by that rule of it's like a we, not me type of thing as well. So it's a lot of like bonds and relationships that I'm more focused on. I feel like chemistry outbeats a lot of things, and if you were ever to spend a day here with the girls, you could see that they have that chemistry and bond and trust with each other. And I've been very blessed this summer to spend it with them, and it feels just right at home.
My advice to the younger players going through the tryouts is to just like keep pushing hard and keep working through it, because it might not go the way that you want it to at first, but the way that you bounce back and like push through those difficulties will really like stand out, and that's just how you become a better player.
Lancers on three! 1, 2, 3, Lancers! Good job, bro.
Get Sports Focus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Ike's Love and Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time. Ace Renovations, to update your space, renovate with Ace. Nachos and tacos your way, the official caterer of GSF special events. Matt Irvin Real Estate, your full-service real estate broker specializing in sales, leasing, and property management. And by Gains and Shreds Meal Prep, making eating healthy easy.
Welcome back to GSF Weekly. I have a guest from the Oakley area. This is Lariah Peterson. From what high school you go to?
I go to Freedom High School in Oakley, California.
Freedom Falcons.
Yes.
That's where Joe Mixon went.
Yeah.
That's right. He's probably got a little shrine in your gym.
Low-key, you do.
Hey, so I'm glad we got connected. I'm glad we're doing this. This is going to be a pretty cool conversation since flag is booming, and I know your area is kind of like the epicenter, maybe like that area over there. A lot of activity going on, a lot of ballers getting offers and all that. I want you to start with just introducing yourself and your history with flag football.
Okay, well, I'm Lariah. I'm a junior and I go to Freedom. And my flag football journey, it really started off with me playing football, like just regular football catch with my cousins. And like I realized like I could kind of catch, and I'm really tall, like I'm 5'7.5", like almost 5'8". So like I would be taller than some of them. So like I would be like over them, like catching the ball. So then my freshman year, I just tried out for flag football, but when I tried out for flag, I didn't make the team at first, right? So then like they called me back to the office, and like no, the coaches, they called me back and told me I was on the team, and then I just started working from there. And after that, my freshman year, I got defensive MVP, and then my sophomore year, I made varsity, because my first year I made JV, but my sophomore year I made varsity, and then I got overall MVP. And yeah, that's like really where my journey started, and I've been working ever since.
You got mossed. Like, you got Lariah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. Wow. So do you like defense?
Yes, I love defense. I'm really a defensive player.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to worry about the quarterbacks that cannot throw as far or as hard. No offense, but we got to work on that, ladies. No, seriously, just being real. That's where I see the game needs to improve. The QB to the receiver connection, because you get a lot of running QBs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Defensively, you guys, I mean, if you're athletic, if you're quick, you have good eyes. You play defense. But it seems like there's a lot of drop balls and all that stuff, which would probably disappear this year because a lot of the girls have been working hard in the off season.
Definitely.
Like a lot of girls are older now. So I went to a couple of tryouts this week, and I was seeing a lot of quarterbacks that could throw, a lot of receivers that could catch. and it was really good, really good. So looking forward to the season. Talk to me about your well, the way I found you was because you had some recruiting related posts. So I wanted to ask you, I mean, you're 2028,
Yeah, class 2028.
2028, and you're getting some attention right now, which is
Yeah.
great. Talk about that.
So I don't. You mean like recruiting and like offers and stuff?
Well, yeah, getting attention from coaches. Like, how is that going?
Um, so far, I think it's going good. I feel like I should go to more combines and stuff like that to also get more attention. Like, I really need to work on getting out of my shell and not being nervous and have all the confidence in myself that I know I can have and going to more combines and showcases so I can get more exposure. Because yeah, these interviews and lives they I notice like they're helping and stuff, but also seeing me in real time will also help me way more.
Oh, 100%. And that's kind of like how we found each other because I was
Yeah.
scrolling through looking for a particular player, and I ended
Hmm.
up on your one of the posts that you were collabing with, and it was
Yeah.
Coach
Carl.
Carl. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, interesting.
Hmm.
And I liked what you said about the exposure part. So I want
Yeah.
you to talk to us about what, okay, how many years have you been playing flag?
Um, Now it's about to be, I think, 2 full years. Only 2 full years.
So you're going to the third year?
Yeah.
So, well, even if you just played last year, how
Hmm.
can the game improve? Like, pick some areas of the game. I gave you one, QB to receiver. But how do you think the game can be improved?
Um, I feel like, of course, the players, we all have stuff to improve on, but also a really big thing with me is like the coaching. I think the coaches should actually want to coach and not. I don't know if some coaches are getting paid to do this or not, but I feel like there's this thing like with coaches, they're focused on the money or not even really focused on the players actually getting better. They're focused on other stuff. When I feel like it should really be about flag football,
Development?
like the players' development. Yes.
I agree, 100%. I think that's all sports in a way.
Mm-hmm.
There's coaches get involved with coaching for I think it's like three main reasons. It's never the money because I'm sorry, they don't get paid enough, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that's a fact. But it's really like, some of them they want to do it because they want to give back. Some of them they want to do it for themselves, just being real.
What do you
And
What do you mean for themselves? Like for exposure or not exposure? What's the word?
it's Isabella kind of talked about it. I don't know if you know Isabella Lacey.
Mhm.
When I asked her the question, she said, "Make it more about the girls."
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, I mean, in other sports like football, sometimes you're like the off-season 7-on-7 is not
Mhm.
really about development, it's about winning, which is okay, but at the same time, the sport needs to be developed, the students
Yeah.
needs development. So I like what you said. Yeah, development should be the main focus. When I said something about the QB to receiver, like gotta work on that, I'm not
Mhm.
talking about the elite teams. Like there's some really, really good teams out there that can really
Yeah.
pass with real QBs and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm talking about like the average team, average players. But that's gonna come because it's still a new sport.
Mhm.
So that's what I mean. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Like today, I had tryouts today because we had summer practices, but we also now we have flag football tryouts. And after practice, my quarterback and another receiver, we were just working on routes and stuff. Like we're working on her being able to throw the ball like over us instead of just always throwing it in front of us because we were like saying if they're in cover 3 or cover 2, which way should she be throwing it, or if they're in man and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're trying to get your timing done and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, very important. And it's all about reps, like
definitely.
how many times you're out there working and grinding. And so, no, that's great. What are you good at when it comes to school? How's your academics?
My academics are good. Overall, with my freshman and sophomore year combined, I had a 3.6. My favorite, I really love math, even though like a lot of people don't like math. I really love math. I don't know. I love math when I understand it. Like getting to solve the equation, like doing everything to solve the equation. I feel like that's my favorite part. This year I hope I can have a 4.0. Yeah.
You could do it. You just gotta stay on top of things and make sure you don't fall behind and
Yeah,
just
time
like
management.
just like everything else.
Yeah.
Talk to us about your team. What's the I mean, you had tryouts, but I'm pretty sure you already know kind of like
Mhm.
half the girls are going to be on the team. Uh, what can we expect from Freedom Flag Football?
I think you could expect us to do better than last year for sure. I feel like we've improved a lot as a team together. We improved. Our catching is getting better. The throws is getting better. So I feel like we can probably get some more deep throws than last year because last year we kind of had a lot of short things. And nothing's wrong with short things because I like both. I like going short. I like going deep. I like anything. But I feel like we we were going short a lot and we weren't able to we weren't as shifty as like a lot of the people because like Liberty's good, Heritage is good. Like Heritage, they got some like really shifty girls. So we weren't as shifty. We can catch short passes, but we can only do that for so long and get so many yards. I feel like deep throws will help us a lot. So we've been working on that a lot.
You're going for the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw a few of those last year, and when the QB and the receiver connect, like it's very
That's a big
entertaining.
part. Yeah, it's a big part.
Yes. Yeah, so no, that's awesome. So what about your goals in the future? Like what are you hoping to get out of this whole experience? You got
Um,
2 years.
Yeah, I want to get a flag football scholarship. I want to go to college. I don't know what specific college yet. At first I want to go to HBCU, but honestly, I feel like it doesn't, I'm not set on HBCU because if I get a scholarship from a good school, then of course, but I do want to go to college. I want to major in like psychology and yeah.
Nice. Well, now that you mentioned psychology, I'm gonna ask you a kind of like a tough question for a teen to answer. Right behind me, this is our girls flag football all-star banner. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but
Yeah.
one of the things that we address is bullying and suicide prevention and mental health. So
Mhm.
since you want to study the mind,
Mhm.
what can you tell us about what are your thoughts on mental health?
I think mental health is really important. I feel like it shouldn't be something that's a joke. I feel like some people, now I'm not saying everyone in the world, but some people may think it's a joke. Like, whether it's a woman or a man, whatever, a man, I feel like it should be taken just as serious as anything in the world. I feel like you should be able, or at least try to get help. Like, if you need to talk to someone, talk to a therapist, talk to someone that you trust and you like know they won't, go around like tell your business or whatever. Um, I think it's really something like that everybody should work on. I think everybody should really like focus on their mental health because it can bring you down in so many ways that you wouldn't even think.
How are you able to manage yours? Like, I mean, I'm
Honestly,
sure you've gone through some ups and downs. Being an athlete, I mean,
yeah.
you go through it on the field.
hmm in my case, I talk to my mom about every single thing. Like if there's anything, even when I don't want to talk to her, she'll like give me like not beat on me, but like like give me to talk about it because she also thinks that it's really important. I shouldn't hold anything in. I shouldn't because holding it in it could become anger and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I like that. Be open to people that you trust, like mom.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I appreciate you answering the question. It's the tough question. Nobody wants to talk about it, but here we kind of want to put a spotlight on that while at the same time giving you the opportunity to talk about yourself and your goals and your dreams and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So that's cool. So we'll end it with some shout outs and who I'm sure you have some people in your life that made a difference and making a difference and will make a difference. But who do you want to thank?
First I want to thank God. I want to thank my parents. I want to thank not my first coach, but the first ever coach that actually wanted to coach me and actually like what's the word?
Develop?
Yeah, he helped with my development so much. So shout out to Coach Jose. He's a coach at Simpson University.
Nice.
And yeah. Also shout out to all my teammates. They helped me improve so much. They pushed me even when I'm tired. Like today, I was so tired at Childs, but they kept pushing me to keep going hard.
It must have been hot over there.
It was so hot. We did bleachers. We did a mile. We did 2 warm-ups.
Or a tryout?
Yeah.
What?
It was crazy.
Man, they're not messing around over in Oakley.
Yeah, the coach. We have a new coach this year, so he said he means business.
So what else? Is there any other suggestion that you would want to say that
to flag
to the flag community on how we can how the sport can be improved?
I feel like it also starts with the players. I think we should always give it our best, like go 100 all the time. We can't be lazy to get to stuff that we actually want to get to. You have to work hard. Like even when you think no one's watching, you can work by yourself. Like try to do anything to get better, like in any sort of way. Like study film, study plays, study routes, all stuff like that.
Wow, those are great suggestions. I like that. I'm glad you said that. Anything else you wanna say before we end?
I just want to say to anybody who wants to play flag that's not already playing, you should go for it. You never know what type of opportunities you can have and get to in life. Thank you for having me on here and giving me this opportunity to tell my story.
Hey, and we're not done because she's not done with her story. She's on chapter 3 coming up. She's starting her chapter 3. There's 4 chapters. And then we go to the next volume when she gets to the college level.
College level, yes.
Awesome. Hey, thank you for making the time. Keep in touch. And
of course.
All right, cool. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. And that was Lariah from Freedom High School. Wow. She had some really good things to say. Thank you for stopping by. Be back with our next guest.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Ike's Love and Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time. Ace Renovations, to update your space, renovate with Ace. Nachos and tacos your way, the official caterer of GSF special events. Matt Irvin Real Estate, your full-service real estate broker specializing in sales, leasing, and property management. And by Gains and Shreds Meal Prep, making eating healthy easy.
Welcome back, everybody. Here with me now is our GSF All-Star referee, Mr. Lance Liu.
How's it going?
We can't have our first girls flag football show without the official getting involved because it's a new sport. Sure. And no, thank you for being here because I want to ask you about year 4 now. This is the 4th year that girls flag is going to be on. Over the last 3 years, there's a lot of changes. I'm sure there's more changes to come, but I want to start off by having you just introduce yourself to the GSF universe and kind of give us an idea of your background when it comes to officiating.
Sure. So my name is Lance Liu, originally born and raised in the Bay Area. Been part of the flag football community for a very long time. As time has passed, we've noticed the influx of women that wanted to play flag football, and that's now come down into girls' youth sports. So with NFL flag introducing girls and boys divisions, that obviously propagated the introduction into more and more girls becoming involved. And now with the influx of LA28 coming in 2 years, hey, now it's even more and more people are involved in the sport, be it athletic programs, schools, both high school and college. as well as the athletes themselves, and then obviously officials that are trying to work through all the logistics of the multitude of rules that are out there.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that you're not just a referee for flag, that you do
Correct.
football as well,
Yeah.
probably basketball and everything
Just
else.
I'm just a football. I'm a football person, both tackle and flag.
Oh,
To be honest with you, I still play, so it's still one of those things that's a passion for me, and I love watching the girls that are out there when I am officiating have a good time. They're as energetic as possible, so trying to keep up with them is a challenge. But it's fun to watch them play.
nice, nice. Okay, so let's get down to the some of the updates. What's different this year?
So I think there's two major rules that forthcoming. So the biggest one is if a team is trailing, the key word is they are trailing at any point in the given game. They have an opportunity. We're in our association, we're calling it onside opportunity. I know other associations are calling it, other things, but basically, a trailing team has the ability to keep the ball if they are successful on their onside opportunity. And basically, the onside opportunity is they score. Let's say their PAT is successful, but they're still trailing by however many points. Again, any point in the game. They have the ability to go for 4th and 20 from their 20. If they get it, they continue on with the ball wherever the play ends. They don't get it, the opposing team gets it where the play ends. So it's an opportunity for a team that's trailing by 1, 2, 3 scores to quickly get back into the game at any point in the game. So like tackle, where if you're down, one score with maybe 6 minutes left and you want to try an onside just to see if you can get it, girls flag is trying that as an alternative. It's a great opportunity for teams that are losing, trailing. It's a great opportunity for them to actually get back into the game. And what I'm seeing, or what I've been hearing a lot from some coaches, are some very creative offensive play calling. So we'll see how that goes.
So you're talking about trailing, like even if it's 1 point, like 7-6.
Yeah, they could be at any point there, as long as it's not tied, as long as they are not, they're not ahead, they have to be trailing.
Is there a mercy rule?
So for NCIF, we actually have a mercy rule of 4th quarter at 27 points at any point. So if a team is trailing, so there is an addendum that goes on, and we're just going to roll it just because we don't want the teams to get sort of flustered and sort of have something bad happen. But at the same time, that onside opportunity is still in play. It's just that the clock won't stop.
Ah, I see. So I remember the year before, the rusher is 5 yards away from the ball.
So this year,
right?
it's going to be
What is it this year?
This year and like last year, defenses can line up 1 yard off the ball at the line of scrimmage, and they can rush. For NFHS, they are allowing for screen blocking. One of the points of emphasis on our side is, since last year was the first year, and we're going into year 2 in this format with this style of play, trying to figure out how do you protect the girls but also have it competitive. So I'm literally drafting an email to my officials and my association with good and bad video clips of what they should be looking for. There's obviously great opportunity for learning, but at the same time, we also want to protect the girls, especially because they got to go to school tomorrow. Right? We have a lot of games during the week, and they got school tomorrow, so we want them to be able to say, "Hey, played great," and then they go to school tomorrow.
Wow. So there's really not that much change.
No, there's not that much change. I mean, that's the significant change. There's a couple of minor changes as it relates to on ball and things of that nature, but the biggest one is that. So two other somewhat significant changes. One is they're increasing the number of timeouts per half per team from 2 to 3. Last year it was only 2. This year we're going to go to 3. And then if there is a safety, the team that had the safety, instead of placing the ball on the 30, they have to do a scrimmage kick from the 20. Nothing, nothing too major outside of that. Again, we are more focused on those minor changes, but also, again, we saw a lot of girls that were sort of still learning how to move their feet, move their body in such a way where they didn't get hurt, but within the legal frame of screen blocking. So we're trying to continue that as well.
I see. I wanted to talk about injuries. Last year or in the last couple of years, have you seen like what's the injury like? Like
Yeah, I mean, you're still getting, I think, so, with girls flag, obviously they don't really have any protection unlike boys tackle, right? So again, our point of emphasis. On the injury side, much of those are very similar to the tackle side. You get cramps, you get leg cramps, things of that nature. But we're also being very aware of concussions, head injuries, just because they don't have the protection. A lot of the schools are using Guardian or full soft helmets, which is great. I think it's more of a comfort level at that stage of development on the athlete side. But anything to help them sort of protect them on the way down in terms of making contact with the ground, I'm all for it. We are trying to enforce rules of like, hey, no pockets, right? If you get his finger stuck in a pocket, that finger's gonna hurt. So things like that, we're trying to be as preventative as we possibly can. But from an injury side, I think a lot of the injuries that we saw were very similar to what we saw in boys tackle. You got a couple girls that tore ACL, but that's just the nature of the beast in terms of athletics. We did have some girls that were concussed because they literally landed their head on the ground making a play. So I think you have very similar, but at the same time, again, I'm pointing this out in all of our trainings and all of our communications. Is point of emphasis is, hey, these athletes do not have any protection unlike boys tackles. So we cannot let them get injured in such a way where we can make it preventable.
Yeah, I was going towards the headgear or the headband, the thick things.
Yeah.
I mean, they look kind of cool. Honestly, like, when you see the girls with that thing on, it's like, oh, they know they're about to get down.
A lot of it is also sort of psychological, to be honest with you. I actually use one too, and I wear it mainly because I've seen someone like not have it and they were knocked out. Yeah. I'm not as athletic as some of these athletes that are out there, but at the same time, it is somewhat psychological because, hey, I have something on my head that is designed to protect me if I'm going down, if I'm going to land on and hit the ground really hard. The bands versus the full head pieces, those are personal preferences. I don't know. I've never used a full head piece, so I don't know if the protection is better, but it is one of those things where I can definitely see more and more athletes start to use them.
Yeah. Jewelry?
No jewelry.
Rings.
Nothing.
Belly button rings.
We don't. Nothing. We literally had coaches meetings within the last week, and I literally told them, don't make us the jewelry police, please. I don't want my officials to be walking around saying, hey, that's going to come off, because it takes time.
Yeah.
So that's the other piece. The other one that's not as prevalent or widely sort of talked about are nails. So fingernails, girls like to have their nails look pretty, and I don't. I have two daughters, so I don't. And one of them, and I don't want to discourage them from looking good, but at the same time, if you're pulling a flag, you can lose a fingernail, and you can actually poke another player with those fingernails. So we are asking, wait till the season's over. I know there's probably homecoming. That's towards the back end of the season, and they're going to want to look pretty. Just be very wary, because we will be looking at that as well in terms of safety. We've had one girl last year. They basically had homecoming on a Friday. They played on a Monday, and she had her fingernail ripped off, and she was done for the game.
Ooh.
So I don't want to do that, right? And so we're very, again, points of emphasis are safety, and one's the contact and what can be preventable. So we're looking at those as well.
I see. What about those skeleton, like guys wear it under their pads? It's like a padding, and then there's
Yeah, I mean
one that you can wear on the
that's
bottom.
personal preference. As long as it doesn't as long as it doesn't impact or is something that a defender can grab onto and it's underneath their shirt, we generally will let those go. Again, it's anything that's loose on a person's body that can be construed as a safety impact. We are telling the other one is, we talked about jewelry, we talked about nails. The other one is athletes with long hair.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
had, so hair is part of. There's no flag for pulling hair, unfortunately. That's just the
No
way. That's just
way.
so.
Really?
Yeah. So what we tell people is either draft one end of the spectrum is to cut it, and we don't want that if you really like your hair. Two is to put it up. Three is to put it down the backside of your jersey so it's not there. But hair pulling, unfortunately, unless one of our officials deems it like intentional, personal foul type of thing, unsportsmanlike, that's one aspect. But if it's during the natural course of a play and they're running and an athlete tries to pull the flag and inadvertently pulls, her hair that's down by her waist, there's no way for us to control that. So we tell them, put it, tie them up, do something with it so that it doesn't impact that.
I see. Wow, this is great. A couple more questions. What's been the sportsmanship like when it comes to girls' flag? How is the sportsmanship? Have you seen
Oh,
like
it's been really I will say this, and they are very respectful, at least to us. Amongst themselves, amongst the two teams. I'm okay in between the lines, they're super competitive. I'm okay with that. I want them to be that competitiveness. But when the final whistle blows, they're all respectful to each other, to the other team, as well as to us. I love the fact that they come to us and run to us and say thank you, both teams and both coaches. At first, it took me aback. I was like, well, "What's going on? Why are they rushing us?" So, but after that, we got used to it, and it's actually really it's really nice to have the girls understand where we're coming from. We try and talk to them about preventative officiating, like, hey, don't do that, or it looked like you did this, so be aware of what we're looking for, things like that. And we try and tell them like, hey, if you are unsure if if what you're doing is illegal or legal, we're here to answer that question. We don't want you to like go out there as an unknown and then try and figure it out on your own. We're here to help you.
I see. I was always wondering about that. What about the coaches, sideline?
Oh, again, same thing. You're gonna when the clocks are rolling and they're inside the lines, I'm okay with them yelling and screaming, bad call, whatever. That's their job. Their job is to challenge us, challenge their players. But when we go with the final whistle, they come up to us very respectful, shake our hands, appreciative. They may ask us, hey, what did you see? Why did you call or not call? And what we're trying to get our officials to understand is that all they want to do is better their team. So explain what you saw and then move on. So from a coach's perspective, again, same thing with the athletes. I've never had a coach that came up to me disrespectful. They were at the end of the game. Many times they would come up to me and says, "I apologize. Didn't mean to yell at you or didn't mean to throw profanities at you." But I'm like, if you don't, that means you don't care to me. That means if you're passionate about the game, if you're passionate about your team, if you're passionate about your athletes, I love it when coaches show it, because that means, all right, he or she's involved in the game. So let's go. Let's try and, I tell my crew, hey, they're invested in it. Let's be invested in it as well.
Yeah, no, that you've never had to like kick somebody out.
No, not yet. No, not yet. Knock on wood, not yet.
Okay, what about officials? So what goes into the training? I mean, I know this is probably like a whole different session, but what goes into the officiating? Because right now it's growing, and I know there's Thursday night football games. There's a ton
Yep.
of, it seems like they're gonna need to spread out the games for the boys so
Yep.
that some of you
Yep.
guys can, double up. But yeah, talk about just kind of like the difference in the training.
So it's actually kind of interesting. From what we call mechanics, we're looking for very similar things in terms of football mechanics because it's still football. Pass interference is a pass interference on tackle and flag. There are certain nuances like screen blockers versus tackle blocking that we have to sort of showcase to, especially the newer officials that either have not done flag before or have not done this version of flag football before. So for me, what I tend to sort of focus in on are a couple things. One is what to look for in terms of your keys based on where you are officiating from, either from the line of scrimmage or from the defensive backfield. Points of emphasis are, again, and as I've mentioned it ad nauseum earlier, safety. Like if you think it's a safety issue, throw it. We can discuss it. Two, if we're looking for folks that are basically trying to hurt somebody, and we don't want that. But from a mechanics, it's very similar to what a lot of the folks are doing within tackle. So we're doing right now with tackle season coming up, we're doing a lot of tackle mechanics. When I look at those, I'm like, that's the same thing that we're looking for, right? It's just a smaller field. We're dealing with female athletes versus male athletes, but the mechanics are very similar in terms of what our keys. And then when we incorporate the flag piece of it, there's just certain nuances like, if a great example is if the ball hits the ground, it's dead. There's no such thing as a quote unquote fumble, right? So if the ball hits the ground, it plays over, move on, next play. And unlike tackle where, you kind of let them go crazy and try and scrum it and get the ball. So there's little nuances in flag that we have to be wary about, but from a mechanics and trying to get these guys sort of trained up on for officiating flag, a lot of them are coming back from last year. So that super helps me because basically I'm just sort of reinforcing what they did last year and then talking about the net new changes. But yeah, to your point, having girls flag and boys tackle during the same sports season is tough. And then when you have them on the same day, it's even tougher because I have a limited number of officials that do both. So if you're in tackle and you want to do flag, well, I gotta work with our tackle folks to say, all right, so you guys are doing tackle. Who do I have left that I can sort of put in and fill the gaps? Fortunately, we do have some flag only officials, so I kind of like, great. Don't change that. I need you for flag only. I'm putting you on Thursday and Fridays. That's your busy day because I know I've got some, like, even for myself, I do tackle and that's my priority. That's what I've been told. So I'm like, great. I got flag only folks that I'm going to just give those games to first.
I see. Well, if somebody wants to be part of the officiating crew,
reach out to us and we'll get them. We'll reach out to us and we will figure out how to get you guys up and running. We do have testing, we do have rules engagements, we do have sort of training sessions. I mean, we're actually doing 3 on-field training reviews in the next 10 days, basically to get us ready for the season. And I think that starts at the end of not next week, the following week.
Wow. Well, I know one thing that we've done the last 2 All-Star games is we had the girls play back to back with the boys.
Yep.
Is that something that could be worked out? Because I feel like if the girls were to play before the boys, that's more eyeballs. It'll grow the sport. Maybe some people don't even know really what flag football is, but if you got like the Los Gatos versus Wilcox and then the boys Los Gatos versus Wilcox right after,
right.
Boom! That could be like really good?
See, now you're talking people that smarter people than both you and I having conversations like, you know, in the spring prior to the season, figuring this stuff out. So that would be great because then I don't have to move and we're good. But yeah, I think the issue is more just hours in the day, right? Because there's just not enough hours in the day there's so much going on. There's so many teams. I mean, the amount of teams that we've increased from last year to this year is just, and this is a great thing. I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but it makes my job much more of a challenge in terms of assignment because I'm like, okay, so now I have to assign instead of 9 games on a given Monday or Tuesday, now I have 15, or I need more bodies, right? So I'm trying to put, and I'm not randomly putting folks anywhere. I'm trying to make sure we've got quality officials on each of those fields that understand the rules and kind of again goes back to our point of emphasis.
I see. Yeah. Who would schedule like 4 games in a row anyway? Like back to back to back. What an
So some teams, what they do is they do what we call a microsite. Great example is with Mitty. I think is sometime in October. It's 3 teams, right? So it's Mitty, St. Francis, and somebody else. So they do. They'll end up playing 2 games, but with 3 teams. Okay. So it makes it worth the while for like a team from like maybe the city coming down. They'll play 2 games down here using like Mitty site or something like that. So that to us is great because 1, we don't move, but 2, it gives the other teams in other areas an opportunity to come out and challenge themselves and play other teams that are kind of outside their area.
Really maximize the time. No, I was talking more about like this game that happened in December.
Yeah.
Where they played like 4 games in a row.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. Hey, I appreciate you making the time for this though.
Awesome.
Can I ask you one more question?
Of course.
Are officials allowed to have body cam or like those meta glasses? I saw one last season, and I was just thinking, like, is that like you got to check with somebody? You got to tell the teams, like, yeah, I'm recording everything.
So let's take a step back. Our association does not, and I'd rather not. We do have film on all games, especially on the tackle side. Flag, that's up and coming, but on the tackle side, we actually, one of our jobs as crew chiefs, which I am one, is to review the film that we just did, of games that we just did. Basically review it. We don't need body cam, we don't need meta cam. They wanted, if a coach, that's not us. We're here to officiate the game. We're not here to look pretty. We're here to officiate the game that's in front of us. And then we'll leverage the team's film to sort of evaluate, what we did well, what we need to work on.
I see. So you have your own film session.
Yes.
No, that's awesome, man. Anything else that you feel like we need to bring up before?
First of all, I appreciate you having me on. 2 is I appreciate you sort of promoting just high school sports in general, and then now in fall of 2026, with girls flag, GSF has done a great job of just promoting it, and then you guys, you've had your All-Star game for 2 years in a row, and I appreciate you asking me to officiate it. It's fun. It's a blast. And anything that I can do to sort of help promote the sport or get folks more involved, either as an athlete, coach, AD, an official, let me know.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll flash the information. I'm sure there's some of you individuals out there that might be thinking like, how can I get involved? Yes. We need officials, right, Lance?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
We need officials. And, if my guys weren't playing football in the fall, man, they'd be part of your crew. They love being out there with the younger people. So appreciate your time. Yep. My goal is to get Jess up next to get the medic side of things.
Sounds good.
I know she's busy though, but your daughter's our MVP. She's our MVP.
She loves it. She loves working with you. She'll tell me, oh, I'm doing, we'll kind of get together, or she'll I ask her, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, I've got a GSF event. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's kind of fun, and me having her work out there is fun. It's fun to watch.
She's awesome. She's awesome. She's the MVP of the staff. Like you're the MVP. So, anyways, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for taking the time. And if you guys have any questions, DM us, and we can pass it along to Lance. But keep doing your thing, man. I'll see you out there on the field.
I appreciate it, man. Take care.
Awesome. Up next, I have a college recruit from the Christian Brothers High School up in the Sacramento area. And she's going to be joining me to talk about her journey. She is one of the best in the SAC Joaquin, actually player of the year. She's the best.
Get Sports Focus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. Ike's Love and Sandwiches, championship level sandwiches every single time. Ace Renovations, to update your space, renovate with Ace. Nachos and tacos your way, the official caterer of GSF special events. Matt Irvin Real Estate, your full-service real estate broker specializing in sales, leasing, and property management. And by Gains and Shreds Meal Prep, making eating healthy easy.
Yeah. Welcome back to Get Sports Focus. Here with me now, she's got one of the best hands in the West Coast. She's number 20 in the nation, soon to be number 1, right, Gabby?
Yep.
She is from Christian Brothers High School up in the Sacramento area. I'm excited about this conversation because I've looked you up. I got a bunch of information that I was looking at, and I was like, man, this girl's awesome. And so this is the first time we're meeting, first time we're actually interacting, talking in person through Zoom. But I gotta start it off with the background though, Gabby. What are all those license plates?
These are my track bibs. I've been doing track since maybe first grade, and it's just been a huge part of my life, and I didn't want them sitting in a drawer, so I decided to decorate my room with them.
There you go. I was actually talking a couple of days ago to this athlete named Brady Say. He is from Harker, going to Stanford, and he had similar background. He had like a map of the world. He's got like the bibs, and I was like, hey, I know what those things are. It's not license plates. I was just kidding about that. Anyways, I love the medals on the right side. I love the lighting. Man,
Thank you.
You got it. Nice decoration there. This is
Thank you.
Very, very nice. But yeah, so I'm glad that you're able to do this. This is obviously this part of the show, the Girls Flag Show, the GSF Girls Flag Show. Found some really great information about you, but I want you to introduce yourself to the GSF universe, and then we'll go from there. So go for it.
My name is Gabriella Devlin. I'm a senior now at Christian Brothers High School, and I've been playing flag for about 6 years. I was Max Prep's Athlete of the Year this year, and I have been a multi-sport athlete my entire life, and it's just been a huge part of who I am and who I'm becoming, and I am grateful for it all, definitely.
Wow. One of the short videos that I saw, the host said that you were a heavily recruited prospect. Let's just go right into the recruiting part. What's going on with your recruiting, and what has it been like?
At first, it definitely started off a little slower, and like, because I know after your sophomore year, I think it's like what, June 15th or something, that is the first day that coaches can contact you. And I hadn't been talking to any coaches, or like even well into almost a year after that, I hadn't talked to anybody, and I was like getting worried. I was like, am I not as good as I had thought I was, or not as noticed? But then I got my first offer call from Simpson University, and it definitely brought up my confidence a little bit, like, oh wow, like people actually like see me. And then after that, I started reaching out to more colleges, just because I know like not all the colleges will obviously find me on their own. So I just got try to put myself out there, and it definitely started helping, rolling it in, and just getting more experience, like talking to the coaches and being more comfortable talking to the coaches. Definitely becoming more of myself when getting myself out there has definitely helped the process. and it's just been a great journey. And now I have 10 offers, and I've been talking to other coaches as well, some D1s. So that's amazing. I hope it'll all come together.
Yeah, the opportunities are coming, ladies. So you all better be ready, like Gabby. No, that's awesome. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Talk about your team though. You guys talk about just how. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go to the beginning. When did you start playing sports, and what sports did you play?
I started playing sports when I was about 3. Um, my first sport I think was soccer. Both my parents coached me in a little soccer team. It was co-ed. It was called Chaos, and definitely with little kids definitely would probably be chaos. But soccer I've actually been playing for 15, I think, years. I actually just stopped doing soccer about 3 months ago. But I played soccer when I was little, and I did ballet for a little bit, gymnastics, t-ball, anything pretty much you can name, I did. And as I was like growing up, I stuck more with soccer, definitely, and I started doing lacrosse, and basketball was another big one. Um, and when I got into middle school, we had a flag team, kind of a flag team. My middle school is very small, so we had like the most amount of people we ever had in a class from TK through 8th grade was 18. So not a lot of people that are able to actually like play, because we only had a little bit of girls as well. So it was definitely still super fun, but for flag I was kind of playing every position. And a funny thing, one of the games that I played in actually, so I was punting. I actually got my own punt return. And that was just, I was like, wow, okay. But so it was definitely a great transition into playing high school flag football, especially the first year it came out. But actually going into high school, I was gonna try out for volleyball, which I did. Hadn't made the team, but there was one day left of tryouts for flag, so I decided to go out, and I made it on that last day. And I think that was the best thing the universe could ever done for me, was not make that volleyball team, and just all the opportunities it's now brought for me. And also for my coach RJ for taking a chance on a freshman coming in. And I actually started off. Well, I started off the season, I was going to be a receiver, but then our quarterback broke her finger in like one of the first tournaments, and I got put into quarterback. So I finished out that entire season as a quarterback, and ended up winning sections that year. And I think if that team had been able to continue on for more years, it would have been like we would have dominated everything. We had a lot of seniors that year, and it was the best team. Like I loved that team so much. All the seniors were amazing, and it was just great. And it was definitely a transition, but going into my sophomore year, like we had another quarterback come in, so I didn't have to play quarterback the whole time because I wanted to be able to use my speed, and obviously I can catch. And her name is Taylor Jernigan, and she's a great quarterback, and seeing her develop all the way up until now is amazing. Like she's gotten so much better, and I can rely on her for whatever. It's great, and she's a great person. And just also seeing how I've changed and gotten better. And like now I'm playing receiver. I can play wherever, but I mainly play receiver and corner. And like last year we just won sections as well. And that was amazing because it was down to the nail. I was like, I was getting scared for a little bit, and then we got very lucky and had a clutch play, and we scored at the last minute. It was amazing.
Wow, wow. I think this year there's gonna be NorCal, right?
I think
Um,
so.
yeah, or maybe state even. I'm not 100% sure about the state, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna be NorCal this year. It's going really fast. Girls flag is really taking off, especially in the off season. So sounds like your experience has been really good. You were around really good older players, so that set you off right. Great job, Christian Brothers. Talk about your school. I'm curious to know what Christian Brothers is all about. Like small school, big school, how many kids, and all that.
I think we have about 1,200 kids, so it's a decent sized school. I think we are very good on sports, but also like obviously it's Christian school, Christian Brothers. So we always have liturgy, I think once or twice a month. So we're definitely big on prayer and religion and everything, but it's all inclusive. Like community is a big thing, and the teachers are amazing there. They feel like family, and all the people that you meet there are just amazing people.
Wow. Are you still doing track there too?
Yes, I am, and basketball.
Oh, basketball. Hey, so I don't know if there's a study or anything done, but it seems to me that the really good wide receivers play basketball or softball.
Yeah.
And the really good defenders play soccer. I don't know. So do you think basketball has helped you with, tracking down those balls and making catches and all that?
Yeah, I definitely think being a multi-sport athlete especially helps translate to anything because with all the different movements you get from like sport to sport, it also helps with injury prevention because your
Mm.
body's used to moving in different ways. Like I've been lucky enough, knock on wood, I haven't gotten a serious injury yet. And I think playing so many sports for so long and at the levels that I've been playing them at has definitely helped with that. And just also, it gives me a bunch of other skills like time management and just being able to have stamina for
Mm.
everything. Um, and just all the different qualities you learn to play in different, like hand-eye coordination, stamina, like I said, just different aspects of the game that you need for a lot of things.
Wow. What do you eat? How do you fuel yourself? What,
Um,
what's your diet like?
I pretty much just because I work out and have so many practices during the week, I would say I rarely get a rest day. Like I definitely take my recovery seriously, but I pretty much eat whatever. Like I am always eating. My mom likes to say I eat her at a house and home because I'm always eating. I have a full breakfast before I go to school. I bring like two two different like full snacks and I eat lunch. I eat like two dinners half the time because I don't get home until pretty late. So I bring food to school or I get food or something. I'm yeah. I
Yeah.
just always feel it's definitely very important for me to keep my energy up. And another big thing that I do just by habit now is drinking water.
Mm.
I drink a ton of water. Like I have my big water bottle right here. I would say I have like four at least of those a day, especially like on the hot days. Like a couple weeks ago, I was training hard for Junior Olympics, and I had I think 7 water bottles in one day because I was out there for so long in the heat. I was like, I need to drink water.
Wait, did you say junior what?
Junior Olympics.
What is that?
It's a track. It's I wouldn't say Olympics, but it's
It's
like
track.
it's nationals. It's
Oh,
nationals.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Wow. So yeah, she just burns right through whatever she eats.
Yeah.
That's good. Listen to her because all you young people over there, you gotta hydrate. Very important. What about your academics? What are your interests? What subjects are you good at? What's your favorite? And what are you looking to do beyond athletics?
I'm not sure. So in college, I'm not totally sure what my major would be yet. I'm definitely undecided on that, but I know that academics is definitely a big part of your success because it gets you that's the main part that gets you into college. And especially my mom, she makes sure I stay on top of my grades no matter what. She'll threaten to take away my sports or anything to make sure I focus and have something to fall back on if ever something happens or doesn't work out. So I definitely make sure to get my work done in the classroom before I get to do anything else.
Nice. So sounds like Christian Brothers is kind of a tough school academically. I mean, it's a private school.
Mhm.
How do you manage to keep your grades up and be a high level athlete at the same time? Like, I mean, year round, you're a three-sport athlete, right? How do you
Yeah.
do that?
It's honestly a balancing act. I have to do it whenever I have a little free time. And I try and work into my schedule a study hall if I can at school, or if I gotta lose a little bit of sleep doing homework, it's okay. I definitely try and get as much sleep as I can, but I'm also used to not sleeping a whole bunch. I try and get at least six hours, I would say. But definitely just doing it whenever I have a free moment is a big thing.
Nice. I see, I see. Hey, I'm gonna bring this up. So right behind me, this is our all-star banner. This orange ribbon stands for anti-bullying, and then there's you can't see the other ribbon, which is teal and green and purple. It stands for suicide prevention. But it's a message that we get out there to the community, and I've been asking all the athletes that I've been talking to about their mental health, what their thoughts are regarding mental health, and also the subject of bullying and suicide, because it's a subject that is a serious subject that everybody deals with at one point or another. And I was just wondering, like, what's your thought on like mental health as an athlete, student athlete, high level? There's got to be some kind of a pressure put on you in the past, like either athletically or academically or personally, and how have you been able to deal with that?
Yeah, I definitely think mental health is a big thing that affects many people, especially athletes, because it affects our confidence. And confidence is what fuels us to play well. And because if you don't believe in yourself or don't have a lot of confidence, you're not going to play to the best of your ability. And it's definitely not talked about a lot because people try and hide it because they don't want to seem weak or that they can't handle hard things. But I think that people that struggle with mental health are the strongest because they don't let it completely hinder how they go about the day. Like sometimes the happiest people in the room could be the ones hiding the most things. And I think that it's really important to know that there's light at the end of the tunnel and that if you don't feel peace, it's not the end. And like God has a plan for you for sure, and he's not going to let you stop or dwell in a place if it's not meant for you. So he'll
Wow.
guide you through it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your answer to that. Oh, I wanted to ask you, like, what have you been, what's your biggest failure so far? I know it's a pretty serious question to just blurt out there, but how were you able to bounce back from it? Like, is it individuals in your life or just your faith or just you, period? Like, I can deal with this. You know, either on the field, classroom, how have you dealt with that?
I would say for a period of time. So after my freshman year, I think my freshman year for a while was like my peak for a little bit. Like at that time, like I was doing really good in all of my sports and I felt confident and I felt really good. Then my sophomore year, after flag season, so my freshman year I was on the JV basketball team at first, and then I got pulled up for playoffs, and then so I was on varsity my sophomore year. And obviously like being a new player on varsity, I'm not gonna play that much. So something just like switched in my brain. I'm not really sure like what it was, but I just didn't play like how I used to. I feel like I played scared. And it definitely had an effect on my mental health because it was like I knew it wasn't me. And I could see like the people that were coming to watch me like didn't get to see me play or anything or see how I normally would play. And it was really hard. And it also carried over into track season. Like having a great season the season before, I went to states as a freshman and I tied the school record. I was like coming off a high. I was like, okay, I need to do really good this season. And I felt like I fell off. Like I could barely hit 5 foot, or I was like only hitting 5 foot. I was like, why am I stuck? And I wasn't getting any like PRs or anything. And it was just a struggle, just knowing that like my coaches had been counting on me or like, expecting like really big. And I also had big goals for myself. Like I wanted to go to states again. I wanted to win, like obviously. But it was just like it felt like a setback and I was like, why is this happening to me? Like I was just doing so good. Like what's wrong? Like what happened? And it was just like that whole sophomore year for sports was a lower time, and I was like, okay, I just got to keep working. And coming into my junior year, I was like, all right, I got to turn this around. Like I need to have a good season. Like this is the most important year for academics and for sports to get recruited and to get into colleges, right? So like junior year flag, amazing. Basketball, I felt like I got more of my confidence back, and because I felt like the year before lost my touch for shooting, and just wasn't falling. But junior year, I found I was like, I'm really good at defense. Like, let me have that as my focus. And my coach saw that. Like, she would put me in for my defense. And like I would run the plays on offense. And sometimes, oh, if I get a shot, I get a shot. But I knew the other people on my team, like, they got it. And I just play my part. That was a big thing. And then like going into track season, I was like, okay, I need to make this like a great season. Or at least try my hardest, but it's okay if I don't, because yeah. And it was better than the season before. And especially towards the end, I started getting more confidence just because of all the work I was putting in. And especially over this summer, I think another part of my brain shifted because before I went to Junior Olympics, or this whole summer I've been traveling a whole bunch. So I haven't been home more than like 2 weeks altogether. I actually just got back from Seattle last night.
Right.
So yeah, I worked super hard and I did like 3 practices a day for a week straight before I went to Junior Olympics because I'd just come back from New York and Canada. So I was like, all right, I got 1 week to get these times down, jumps up, all that. And I felt very confident going into the week. I was like, I've put in the work, I've saw the results in practice, I can do this, and it showed definitely. And I think having the confidence boost that I did after working so hard, it gave me the strength and the power and the confidence boost that I needed to get those PRs at Junior Olympics and finally get All American. And after, because I've been to Junior Olympics for the past 5 years and I've gotten close, but I was just like, dang, how can I not get up there? So it was definitely a great accomplishment. I was really proud of myself for getting that confidence back, and I feel great. And I'm super excited for this flag season to come.
Wow. No, thank you for sharing that. I think a lot of athletes can relate to your story. I mean, you kind of broke it down from beginning to where you're at now. Was there ever a part in you, like during that whole entire journey, where you're working so hard that you you don't even think about winning? You're thinking about just like did you ever feel like the work was the accomplishment? Like, I'm feeling so good right now. Like I can do anything.
Yeah, I definitely think once you work it like towards a goal, you celebrate the little wins. And like if you have some meets in between until a big meet, that's like when you're trying to get the results that you need to like move on or something. Like you
Mhm.
celebrate the little wins and PRs in between then because you can see the work that you've done in progress. And
Yeah.
I definitely think it's a big thing to help keep you going for sure.
Yeah, that's why, that's what I'm finding out about track. It's like it's you versus you. Like there's some
Mhm.
sports where it's you versus you. Track is one of them. So no, that's awesome. Let Keep people in your life. There's got to be some people that have helped you get to where you are, and get to you to where you want to be. So just who are those people? Who do you want to thank?
I especially want to thank both of my parents because they have been there for me through everything. My dad, especially as well, he comes to every single one of my games and tournaments, practices, anything. And I'm like, Dad, it's okay. Like, you don't got to come to every single practice. And he is also very involved with all the coaches because he's been my coach for my entire life. Because he used to coach at my middle school, and I was just always hanging around him because he coached track for the most part, and I would always be hanging around him, jumping over the hurdles at practice in first grade, just for fun. And once I got into it, like he's just been my coach in everything for a super long time. And when like my freshman year, my first one in high school, he became him and my coach. They're still best friends. I'm like, you're on the phone with him again. I always see them on the phone or just talking, strategizing. And he was the JV coach for a little bit at one point as well. I was like, okay, Dad, I want new coaches now. And it's like it's kind of funny because he irritates me a little bit just because he's my dad. He's been coaching me for so long. I'm like, I want other coaches too. Give someone else a chance, but I love
That's our
him. I
job
know.
as dads, to irritate our daughters.
Yeah, I love him though. It's all out of love, and he's just always there, super involved in everything, like every single one of my coaches, like Coach Avery from our club team and from McClatchy. They're best friends all the time too. It's really funny. And my mom, she is always supporting me through everything, and she's making sure that I'm on track, and she definitely keeps me on track for my goals because she sees the bigger picture but also knows the nitty-gritty things that I need to do to be able to get to my goals. And then just also my family is as a whole for my support system. They're always, when they can, coming to support me at games, sending me a text like, hey, good job. Oh, I saw you in the news. Great job. And it's just great. And I love my family, and especially my coaches for helping me become the person and the athlete I am, training me every day. I love them.
Talk about the shirt though.
Oh, I got this at Junior Olympics actually for track.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering if well, okay, Gabby. Let's say you guys go all the way. You win NorCal, you win state for girls. I don't know if they're state, but let's just say they're state. You go all the way, then you get on the hardwood. I know Christian Brothers is pretty good in basketball too,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah, we won sections last year as well.
There you go. Let's say you guys go all the way, and then you get on the track, and you're there at, I don't even know where they do the track meet for state, and you go through, you win that too. What are you gonna go for? Track, basketball, or flag?
So for the longest
Can you do
time,
three? All three of them at the next level.
yeah, for the longest time, well, when I was younger, it was definitely soccer. Soccer was
Oh,
the thing I wanted to go for. But as I got older, I was like, maybe it's not what I wanted to go for. Like I love soccer still, but it just became that I started liking other sports over it. And so that's why I ended up stopping to do it, just because it took away a lot of time that I could be putting towards things that I wanted to further continue. So I obviously miss it every day, and sometimes I'm like, should I have kept going? Like, could I have gone to college for it? And maybe I could have, but I think sometimes you got to close one door to open another, and I do think it was the right decision, but I think okay. Also, I wanted to play track. I wanted to do track. And then once flag football started, I was like, wait, which one do I like better? So it's still like sometimes it's the same, but right now it's flag over track. I would think just because of the community and the versatility and opportunities that I get from it, because I get to use multiple things that I've learned in one sport. Like track, I'm fast, I can jump K, I can do that. But flag is I can put everything together, like all of my skill sets together, and it's in one game, and I love it.
have you ever tried combat sport?
What was that?
Have
Combat?
you ever tried combat sport?
I haven't.
Wrestling, jiu-jitsu?
No, I have not.
You seem like you have the mindset for that, so I don't know. Hey, just a suggestion.
I went to like one or two practices of rugby because my mom did rugby in college.
Oh,
But it wasn't so much for me.
yeah. Rugby, you gotta be a little crazy to do rugby. I've seen those games. Yeah. I think flag is gonna grow, and if that's something that can get you to where you want to be in the future, and there's going to be a lot of opportunities too.
Yeah.
So I think you're on the right track. So I'm glad we got to talk and got to know you a little bit more. We're gonna be a fan from a distance, make sure like we keep up with your progress, and I'll make sure I connect with your coach so that we can follow
Mhm.
up on how you guys are doing. So, well, good luck this season. Sounds
Thank
like you
you.
guys are gonna have another great year, and
Yeah.
especially you, like keep balling, keep running. What events do you do in track?
Pretty much everything. I do the heptathlon. That's what I went to Junior Olympics for
Oh,
mainly.
wow.
So that's 7 events in one. And then I mainly do high jump, long jump, 400, 4x4, 300 hurdles, all the above.
Still gonna play basketball?
Yeah.
Wow, they should do like a Netflix series on you. or something. Busy life. No,
I
that's
know, I never
awesome.
get a free moment.
Well, hopefully, I hope this segment, this conversation, gets out there to a program, a coach. This is a great way to get to know an athlete, and she is definitely a high level athlete, and I will definitely be talking about you if I ever come across anybody that is looking for an athlete to be part of their program. So I'm glad we got to talk. And yeah, anything else? Any other important thing that we forgot to talk about while we're still here?
No, I think just keep going. Like, believe in yourself. Don't rely on anyone else to do it for you. You got to believe in yourself to get to where you want to be, for sure.
I love that. All right, Gabby. We're gonna keep in touch, and we'll see you hopefully this season in one of the games.
Yep.
So we're gonna look at your schedule and everything. So thank you for making the time. All right.
Thank you for having me on.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
And that was Gabby Devlin from Christian Brothers, Super Athlete of the Year last year. And man, talk about like this athlete of the year right there. Wow, I'm excited for her. One more year, senior year coming up. We're gonna keep up with her. Okay. This is great. I'm enjoying this. Okay, so if you made it this far, thank you. I appreciate you guys for making it this far. I know it's a little long, but hey, we have to do this together. I appreciate all the people that reached out earlier this week. I'm sure next week is going to be a little bit crazier now that more people are going to know that, hey, there's this thing going on with Get Sports Focus. I'm going to leave you guys with this. All right. So, can't have a girls flag football show without girls flag football rankings. Okay. I'm going to bust out my phone here. This I'm gonna need to read this, okay? I can't really like have all of this in my head. I don't normally have scripts when I do these things, but um, talking to a lot of the coaches in the area, coaches from club teams, coaches from high school teams, we wanted to put together some kind of a preseason ranking that is based on this season, not last season, not past accomplishments and all that stuff. Because there was a lot of activity that happened in the off season, and a lot of these coaches are involved with flag at the club level, and there are girls that were unknown in last year that became known this year heading into in the off season heading into this season. So this is a list of the high schools that we all work together. We put together. There's a lot of brains that worked on this, and I want to make sure that I share this with you guys before I leave you for the weekend. All right, we have our top 10 high school teams in the Northern California. Okay, not just the Bay Area. We looked at NorCal. I don't know where it starts down. Let's maybe like Monterey County and above. But you're gonna find this very interesting. You're gonna probably get mad. You're probably gonna get upset. You're probably gonna be like happy because you're on the list. But for the most part, this has nothing to do with this is not a personal thing, okay? Don't be like the boys. Don't be like the boys. Take it personal. This is just a list of schools that we have looked into and figured, okay, these are really the top 10 schools and some honorable mention, okay? I'm gonna start with number 10. Number 10, we have Milpitas High School. Uh, this is a team with a very, very talented QB, Bren David. She is the QB. She had 4,137 passing yards with 73 passing touchdowns, and defenses couldn't stop her for another 2,042 yards of rushing, and she had 21 rushing touchdowns. Her teammate, Kayla Funches and Nora Bonifacio, they're gonna have a really good year too, because they're gonna fill in for their all-league wide receiver Eliana Rodriguez, who graduated. So Milpitas is a team to really watch out for. And what you're gonna find in this list is like the quarterback position is very, very important. Okay. Number 9, we have California High School from San Ramon. The Grizzlies had a dominant season last year, capturing their 3rd consecutive East Bay Athletic League championship and advancing deep into the CIF North Coast Section Division 1 playoff. They look really good this year, and we're probably going to talk to Carissa Rogers or Michaela Nielsen because they're the leaders of this team for the 2026 season. So we're going to have those girls on sometime soon. Number 8, we have St. Francis. We just saw their feature. We just talked to their coach. I think you know where I'm going with this. CCS Division 1 champions. They're back for another year. They have Cal Berkeley's women's flag football coach as their coach, Nancy Nguyen. St. Francis is looking to win another championship, basically. This offense looks to be... They have Zoe Tripp, the QB. She's back. Sophie Houston. She's back. And their defense, Emmy Yamiba, Gianna Malay, Natalie Tateo, playmakers on defense. So here's the next thing that you're going to see on this list. Coaching matters. Doesn't matter if it's a first-year coach, veteran coach, or whatnot. It matters who is leading the team. Number 7, Carlmont High School from Belmont. Carlmont is known for their ironclad defense. They will be back again this year with versatile standout Samantha Toe and explosive Miranda McCormick to head the offense and defense. Toe and McCormick both had 9 TDs apiece last year, but a lot of damage they provided was on defense with 7 shutouts and a key win versus Menlo School. I was at one of their games, and I'm telling you, in like 3 minutes, I got a full highlight for the game. Like it was incredible. So the girls that are gonna be coming back, that matters a lot. Okay. And all 3 teams so far, what's the theme? What's the thing that I've talked about? Defense. Defense matters. Number 6, we have Las Lomas. Standout QB Maggie Kruger and 2-way All-Star Violet Keeperman are back to finish what they started last year. They had a really good season last year, 25-0. After a 25-0 run, I remember getting hit up. Hey, you got to go see Las Lomas. You got to go see. Referees were telling me to go to Las Lomas. And when I finally planned to see them, unfortunately, they lost to Granada by a touchdown. And Granada would go on to the NCS championship against Cardinal Newman. But Las Lomas is really good. So they're coming back. This is a reload. Their championship run was just delayed last year. And yeah, so expect good things from Las Lomas. Number 5, McClatchy High. We talked to Satina, Jocelyn Satina earlier. That was a great one, by the way. If you guys haven't seen that, you got to watch Satina. Despite not having their QB, Daisy Throckmorton, who's at Cal Poly now, the D1 CIF section champ, still have an ensemble of players coming back, including dynamic London Lee and speedster Savannah Hill. These 2 wide receivers accounted for over 2,000 receiving yards each. So watch out for McClatchy High. They are the number 5 team in our first ever GSF flag football rankings. Number 4, we got the champions, Cardinal Newman. They were 24-0. And they won the Division 2 NCS Championship, the first ever Division 2 NCS Championship. They have the twins, Nicole and Naomi. They're back this year. That's the 1-2 punch for Cardinal Newman's offense and defense. They also have a lot of athletes on that team. They play clean. They play really clean. They play with a lot of intensity. And they have the coach, Coach Tino. I interviewed his son, LT, earlier this summer or a couple of weeks ago. So Cardinal Newman, they got the secret sauce going. They have a really talented athlete. They're number 4. Why are they number 4? Because we have San Ramon Valley ranked a little bit above them at number 3. These girls are really good. They were very young last year, and from what I remember, their coach said, we didn't plan on winning a championship. We just wanted to play. And they are part of the elite East Bay Athletic League. The competition there is really tough. Gia Ryan, shout out to my QB, Kyle, his dad. She is gonna be the commander-in-chief of that offense. She's the field general. And flag is not even her main sport, but she's a baller just like that. And she's got Tatum Prinville. She was our GSF Game of the Week playmaker. Gia was the MVP. And she was all over the place. She scored touchdowns. She broke up passes. She played defense. I think she got an interception too. But San Ramon Valley, that's a really, really good team. And I'm a little surprised they're number 3 because I was actually going to rank them a little bit higher because of what I saw. And number 2 is the Menlo School Knights. Ava Allen, our GSF Player of the Year for Girls Flag. She's back for her senior season. She had 74 touchdowns last year. And she's got a really good target, a big target, a playmaker, Annika Shaw. I like her. She's a ball hawk. And on defense, she's got Kaylee Wang. She's also a rusher. She's a rusher on defense, and she's a running back. There are other girls on the squad, and they have the coaching as well. So coaching, athletes, like defenses, like, you know, Menlo, it's definitely Ava's team because she's the one that really cares. She also plays defense, by the way. She's a cornerback, so she ain't afraid of competition. You're gonna see her out there playing quarterback and cornerback. Who is the number 1 team? It's Merced, with an impressive 25-4 record to capture the CIF Sac Joaquin section in Division 2 last year. They have key returners. Antonia Lajarde, she's the QB. She's got 7,000 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. And she's got the number 1 receiver, Avery Steverson, who caught 2,378 yards and 32 TDs. Again, based on who's coming back, based on, like, this is basically based on potential. So that's the number, that's the top 10. That's the first ever GSF preseason girls flag football rankings. Number 1, Merced. Number 2, Menlo. Number 3, San Ramon Valley. Number 4, Cardinal Newman. Number 5, McClatchy. Number 6, Las Lomas. Number 7, Carlmont. Number 8, St. Francis. Number 9, California. Number 10, Milpitas. We have an honorable mention list, okay? And I'm just going to read them off. I know a lot of these teams are going to be upset that they didn't make it to number 1, even though they're projected to be a top contender. But this is NorCal now. We're not talking about CCS or South Bay. Honorable mentions. We have Los Gatos. They have a very, very talented team that's coming back. I think they're going to be senior heavy. They're definitely in the mix, but they went through a little bit of change. And with the change, even though, you know, the girls are coming back, I think they're learning a new system. It might take a little bit for that to work, but they're definitely a part of the top 20, let's just say. Vacaville High School, Atwater, Menlo Atherton, Sacred Heart Prep. They're in the honorable mention list. Acalanes, Clayton Valley Charter. We're going to be talking to one of their athletes later on. Granada, they should be back they should be in the top 20 at least. James Logan High School. And you're going to be surprised about this. Archbishop Mitty. Yes, Archbishop Mitty. You heard that right. The program, the startup program is on the list. I want to thank a lot of the coaches that participated in this. Individuals, people who know flag football here in the NorCal area. We're from NorCal, so we're going to concentrate on NorCal. And so I want to give a shout out to them. We're going to be keeping an eye on a lot of these teams. And who knows, like, this is going to change. This is going to change all throughout the year. Every week, it's probably going to get shuffled. So we need to learn. We need to know results. We need to get stats. We need your help. So you guys are going to have to feed us all that information. We're going to set up a designated form for coaches to fill out. Coaches and ADs only. No parents, no players. You can only... We're only going to accept materials from coaches and athletic directors. Okay, that's how we're going to make this work. But yeah, that's our first. That's the GSF Girls Flag Football Show. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next week.